Hello, welcome to Justine Ray Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and like the video if you like the video, and make sure to throw some comments down below if you liked the class, if you didn't like the class, if there was stuff you really liked or some more stuff that you would like to see that maybe we really didn't touch on in practice today. So for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Justine, and thanks for joining. Today we are going to do a really nice ebb and flow class. So we're going to hit some nice relaxing postures where we're going to just sit in this space and focus on the breath. We're also going to get into a little bit of a flow. Of course, all of my practices are open to all levels. So if you're a first-time yogi, welcome. This class is for you. And if you're an advanced yogi, there will be lots of times throughout the practice where I will offer to go deeper into the posture. So for those advanced yogis, those are options for you. If you're a beginner yogi, just ignore what I'm saying and stay where you feel the most comfortable. So we're going to start off with meditation, how I always begin my practices. For those of you who want to surpass the meditation, just look down in the description below, and you'll see when we dive right into the practice, when we close the practice, and when Savasana starts, so that you can kind of come in where you would like to. But of course, I do suggest to do this practice start to finish, meditation and Savasana included. I don't have any music playing today. I did get a copyright claim on one of my videos. So just to play it safe, I'm going to not play any music, but of course follow along to music if you'd like. And you can always go onto my Apple account, which is Justine Ray, and follow along with any of the playlists I have there. So we're going to dive right into the practice. We're going to start with our meditation. As you can see, I'm seated. You don't have to be. You can be laying down. You can be leaning against a wall, whatever feels most comfortable to you. And of course, if you do have any props that you would like to invite into your practice today, please feel free to, but they're not required for today's practice at all. So we are going to just dive right into the meditation. So getting nice and comfortable, whatever that looks like to you. We're going to close down the eyes when it feels ready and really start to just focus on the breath. Inhales through the nose, big audible exhales through the mouth. With every thought that's coming into the mind, let the exhale take it away. With every breath, feeling yourself sinking deeper and deeper into the stillness. Like a blanket laying over your body, and stillness comes from your head to your toes. Feeling only but the inhale and the exhale. And inviting that stillness in the body inwards to the mind. And if you're having trouble stilling those thoughts, bringing the stillness into the mind today, simply focusing on the inhale and exhale only. Thinking to yourself, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, And exhaling. And no matter what your practice looks like today, you've shown up for yourself. You've already done the hard work and you have landed. So know that everything that follows is just a cherry on top. Give yourself as much grace as you possibly can through the movements. And remember to keep your breath through the entire practice. Nice big inhales. Nice big audible exhales. If it feels appropriate for you to say a prayer, set an intention, maybe say a mantra or a gesture to yourself, coming into the space to do so. As always, you can leave your hands rested where they feel comfortable, or you can bring your palms together at your heart center for Anjali Mudra. And just like your breath, that intention is there for you, your entire practice, to go back to hold on to ground you. And when you're ready, bringing those hands back to the lap. And we'll slowly start to make our way into a seated position if we're not already there. And when you feel ready, opening up the eyes. And once you've landed into that seated posture, maybe we'll just do some nice big shoulder rolls in both directions. I feel like with the forward ones, I always have to get my elbows into it. Okay, so we've landed in a nice seated position. The legs are crossed, or they can be out straight in front of you or out in straddle with the legs out to either side, whichever feels comfortable. Take a great big inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to drop the chin towards our chest. And as we inhale, we're going to bring that left ear over to our left shoulder. As we exhale, bringing the chin towards our chest and bringing the right ear over to the right shoulder. Exhale, chin goes down and left ear to left shoulder. So exhaling, inhaling all the way back to that right side. We'll do one more cycle of breath to bring that left ear back to the left shoulder. And then we're going to pause it here. So this is where you can stay. If you're feeling all the feels, then that's good. If you want to take it a little bit further, we're going to take the right hand and just walk it over to the right side. So you're lengthening this lateral line, which is going to make the stretch a little bit more intense into that right side of your neck. If you want to take this further, take that right arm and bind it around your back so that the right hand is coming over towards the left hip. If you want to take it even further, you can bring your left hand up and just gently rest it onto that right side of your head. We're not pulling or pushing, we're just resting. Nice big breaths. Great big inhale, and we exhale to unwind, to bring the chin to chest. And inhaling the left ear over to that left shoulder. Same thing here, but it's a different side of your body. So if it feels different for you, that's okay. So just investigate. Maybe walk that left hand out, see how that feels. The bind. Maybe bring that right hand up as well. A really good indicator in yoga with our postures and the depth of them is if you cannot take a full inhale and exhale in the posture, you're in the posture too deep. So use your breath as that gauge. Great, big inhale. We'll exhale, unwind, bringing the chin down to the chest. Inhale those arms all the way up to the sky. Your gaze is coming back up. We drop the right hand down, really reach that left arm up. We're going to exhale over to the right hand side. Inhale coming up. Exhale going down. One more time. We're going to hold it here. You can bend that right elbow and really rest it onto the floor. We want to make sure that the left hip is not lifting though, because lots of times we look like this. We want to keep that sits bone connected down to the mat. Inhale, both arms up. And we'll go over towards the left. So that left hand's going to drop. And we'll sweep over. Inhale up a little. And exhale down. One more time. And we'll hold it here. Checking in with that sits bone. Reaching through the right fingertips. Inhale to center. Exhale, we're going to twist. So we're going to bring that left hand over to the right knee and the right hand behind you. So we're facing over towards the right side of the room. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, as you inhale, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, move into the twist, maybe bringing your gaze over the back right shoulder. Inhale to center. And as we exhale, we'll twist over to the left. Same thing. That right hand coming to your left knee and the left hand like a little kickstand behind you. And you choose the depth you want to go into this posture. Inhale to center. Exhale, release those hands down. All right, we're going to roll over the ankles. We're going to come into Balasana or child's pose. So we're going to bring the big toes together. Your knees can be as wide as your mat or as close together as touching. That's completely up to you. And then we're going to walk our hands out in front of us. Torso's going down towards the mat. And eventually connecting that forehead down. Coming back into the breath. Child's pose is a great home base at any time through the practice. If the flow gets a little too much and you need to dial it back, coming into this posture, offering your body rest and breath. Maybe reconnecting to your intention. If it feels appropriate for you, to rock your forehead from side to side, awakening that Anusha chakra, your third eye, your intuition, the mind's eye. And when you feel ready, bringing yourself into a tabletop position. So we're going to have the hands stacked right underneath the shoulders, and the knees are going to be stacked underneath the hips. And we're going to start to cat-cow our spine. So I'm just going to turn sideways to show you what that looks like. All right, so as we inhale, we drop the belly button and we feel like the tailbone's going up towards the sky and our gaze is coming just straight out in front of us. And as we exhale, we push into those hands, tucking the chin and rounding the spine. Inhale, scooping forward. Exhale, rounding. Keep it going. Use your breath to follow the movement. All right, doing 3 more cycles with your own breath. Nice big inhales, nice big exhales. If there's any movements that you feel like you would like to do, any intuitive movements, please do that now. Could be swaying the hips side to side, or maybe stretching one leg out behind you, the other. Get into those back lines of the bodies. Okay, we're going to come into a neutral spine in all fours. We're going to bring that right hand towards the center of the mat. We'll inhale our left arm up and open, and as we exhale, we're going to thread the needle. So we're bringing that left hand underneath and resting down. And then we're going to flow this here. So we're going to inhale all the way back up and exhale it down. Do that one more time. And as we exhale down this time, we're going to hold, allowing that left side of our head to rest down onto the mat. If you want to take this posture a little bit further, you can reach your right arm out in front of you, or it can find a bind around your back as well. Great, big inhale, bringing that right arm back if it moved, and exhale. Inhale, push into that right hand back up and open. Exhale, we're going to set the left hand down. Maybe sway the hips, cat-cow your spine a little bit if that feels good. Again, coming back into your neutral spine. The left hand is going to root this time. We'll inhale the right arm up. And as we exhale, threading the needle. And we're going to flow it. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Exhaling down to hold. All right, breathing here, seeing what this side of the body is feeling this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Of course, if you want to take it further, same as on the other side, that left hand can walk out in front or wrap around your back. Take a great big inhale and exhale, bringing that left hand back to where it began, and we inhale to push back up and open. And exhale back to all fours, that neutral spine. All right, we're going to do one more posture from all fours. So what I want you to do, stay nice and rooted. We're going to take our right leg and we're going to send it out towards the side of our mat, okay? Then we're going to walk the hands back towards that left knee and then up. Arms are out in a T position. So this is called gate posture. So we're going to take a nice big inhale. And as we exhale, that left hand's going to drop and that right arm's going to sweep over. Really feeling that lengthening of the lateral line. Maybe open up the chest to the ceiling. Coming back to that center, inhaling up. And we're going to go the other way. So we're going to drop the right hand over to that right leg, but we're not putting a lot of pressure on it. So if you can, drop those right fingertips behind the right leg as we reach that left arm over. Inhale to center. All right, bring those hands out in front of you, walk back and bring the knee in. So we're coming back into all fours. Sway the hips if that feels good. And we'll do the other side. So that left leg is going to go out. We're going to walk the hands up. T arms, dropping that right hand and sweeping over with the left arm. Nice big breath. Make sure that outside edge of your left foot is staying fully connected. We don't want to be up like that. We want that foot fully connected down. And again, the option to maybe open the chest to the ceiling. If you rotate it open, we're going to close back, and then we'll all inhale up to center, and we'll go over towards the left side. So that left hand coming down behind the left leg and the right arm sweeping over. All right, come back to center. Bring your hands out back in front of you, coming down to that all fours position. Again, maybe a quick cat-cow or swaying the hips will feel good for you here. And then we're going to tuck the toes, and we're going to send our hips up into our first down dog posture of the practice. So when we come into down dog, we want to have the hands about shoulder width apart and the feet about hip width apart. You're feeling as though you're pushing your chest towards your thighs. Really rooting down into every finger, pushing, pushing, pushing. Nice big breath. And feeling like you're sending your tailbone up towards the ceiling, thinking as you're making a capital A shape with your body. And of course, it is okay if your heels do not touch the back of your mat or down towards your mat. Some of us, that's not even possible. So don't let that be a barrier for you. Just be more about how it feels in your body and taking the adjustments along with it if you need. So here we're going to be pedaling out our legs. Again, maybe swaying the hips side to side if that feels good. Just feeling the body. Feel what feels good for you. If you're doing this in your home, chances are you're probably doing it alone or with the people you feel most comfortable with. So allow yourself to be silly and carefree and really feel the movements if it feels good for you. All right, we're going to come into a nice still down dog. We're going to feel nice and rooted through the left foot. We're going to bring our right foot up towards the sky. Now notice here, especially for my beginner yogis, lots of times our body wants to go like this and open up those hips so our leg goes higher. But when we're in a down dog, we want those hips nice and square and those toes are pointing down. So if you're not as high up in that leg, that's okay. We'd rather be doing the posture right. So from here, we're going to take a nice big inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bend that knee, bringing the knee to the nose of the right leg. Step the right foot in between your hands. Drop down your back left knee, untuck the toes. We're coming into a nice low lunge here. We want to make sure the knee is just stacked right above that ankle, and we're going to inhale our arms up, pushing the hips forward. So you're going to be feeling this in the left groin, the left hamstring, maybe even in the hip flexors if you're lucky. All right, so we're going to drop the hands back down. I want you to keep your left hand rooted, and as we inhale, we'll open up the right arm. So we're opening to the right side. You can stay here, or for those yogis wishing to take it a little bit further, bend your back left leg and reach your right hand back for that left foot. If you have a hold of that back foot, slowly let it go. We'll all take a great big inhale and exhale to reroot that right hand. Tuck your back toes, send your right leg back. So we're in a high plank position. We're gonna go through our vinyasa. For those of you who are beginners to yoga, vinyasa is very common. So from here, we're gonna lower all the way. You have the choice to hover or lower to your belly. If you're lowering to your belly, inhale for a cobra. If you're lowering to a hover, inhale to up dog and exhale to down dog. Taking nice big breaths. Maybe pedaling out the legs or swaying the hips. All right, let's do the other side. So our right side's gonna root. Left leg is gonna lift. Check in with your hips and toes. As we exhale, we're gonna step that left foot in between the hands. Drop down the back knee. Untuck the toes. Check in with your knee and ankle. We wanna be safe. And as we inhale, we'll come up and have that sensation of pushing the hips forward. Nice big breath. Maybe the option to cactus your arms here, opening up the chest. If you cactus the arms on the inhale, straighten them back up. We'll bring the hands down, and again, we're gonna root the right hand this time. We're gonna inhale that left arm up, nice and open. Finding your footing here, getting nice and comfortable. If you want to take it further, bending into that right knee and reaching the left foot back for that right foot, or sorry, left hand back for your right foot. If you have a hold of that foot, let it go. Come up for a nice big inhale. Exhale, we'll come back down to center, bringing that left foot back. Tuck the back toes, come back for your high plank, and we're gonna go through that vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice big breaths. All right, let's get into a little bit of a flow. So we're going to root through the left side, right side first. We inhale that right leg up. We exhale to step that right foot in between our hands. We're going to put our back foot into that warrior one position. And as we inhale, come on up, warrior one. All right, so that back foot's at about a 45-degree angle. The hips are opening forward, and that front knee is nice and bent. We want to stay away from flaring open the ribs. We want to stay nice and knitted in, thinking of sucking the belly button towards the spine. Nice big breaths. Next inhale. As we exhale, we're going to open up for warrior two, opening towards that left side. With warrior two, the back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. The hips are opening to the side, and your gaze is coming down that front middle finger. Next inhale, we'll flip the front palm up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we're going to exalt the warrior. So sweeping that front hand back. Inhale, coming back, warrior two. Drop the front arm down to that front thigh and sweep the back arm forward this time. Extended side angle. All right, for those of you yogis wanting to take it further, here are some options. You can bring that right hand down to the mat, extending the left hand up still. You can find your bind, wrapping your right arm underneath and up and around that front right leg, and then meeting your left arm behind your back. And if you want to step it up into birds of paradise, stepping your back foot to the top of your mat, rooting and inhaling that right leg up towards the ceiling. So wherever you've landed, take your time, and we're going to inhale ourselves back to a warrior two. So for those of you in a birds of paradise, take your time. It takes a while to come out of it. We'll all windmill our hands down to that front foot. When you're ready, step your back foot to the top of your mat, landing into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Let your knees bend, sway side to side. Maybe grab opposite elbows. All right, releasing any grips you have with those hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, mountain pose. All right, we're gonna have one little quick balancing posture. We are going to come into tree. So very entry level for a yogi balance pose. So we'll stay rooted with the right foot first, bringing that left knee up, and then we'll come into tree. So this left foot is gonna plant somewhere on the right leg. We just want to avoid the knee so that we're not gonna be popping or putting pressure on the knee. So of course you can start here with the toes connected, and then anywhere up, all the way up to as high as it can go. And then if you want to take it even further than that, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to today. It's been a while since I've practiced this one, so let's give it a shot. You can bring that left foot into the pocket of your right hip. From there, you would take your left arm, bind it around your back to grab onto that left foot. Your right hand can then come to half prayer or wherever else feels comfortable for you. All right, again, no matter where you've landed, appreciate the space. If you're really wobbly today, it's just a windy day, that's okay. When you're ready, take a nice big inhale. And as we exhale, we gently unwind ourselves, resting down that left foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk, step, or jump back for your high plank. And then we'll go through your Vinyasa, Cobra or Up Dog. Exhale to Down Dog. Pedaling out those legs. One more side of the body to go. The right foot roots, the left foot lifts. Exhale, step that left foot in between your hands. We're going to come up, warrior one. Okay, check in with yourself. Back foot, 45 degrees, hips opening forward, front knee is bent, and we're hugging in the belly button to the spine. Drop the shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. Take a great big inhale. Exhale, we open up, warrior two. We're opening towards the right this time. Back foot goes parallel. Hips are opening to the side. And our gaze is coming down that front middle finger. Inhale, flipping the front palm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, exalted warrior. Make sure your front knee is still nice and bent. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, we're sweeping it forward for that extended side angle. Choosing where you want to be. Maybe you find the bind, or maybe you're stepping it up into your birds of paradise. Wherever you've landed, you're going to slowly make your way back to your warrior two. If you're in that birds of paradise, just land into the forward fold and meet us there. Everybody else, we're going to windmill your hands down to that front foot. Step your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Same thing as last time. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. You can wrap your peace fingers around your big toes and really pull yourself deep into your forward fold. let yourself relax. All right, releasing any grips you have in the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, we come all the way up into that standing. All right, let's come into tree on the other side of our body. So this time we're going to root into the left foot and we're going to bring the right foot up. So again, any point, we're just going to avoid that knee. And of course, if you want to take it into the furthest option that I can demonstrate you, we're going to bring the right foot to that left hip pocket, binding the right hand behind the back, grabbing for that right foot, and then bringing the left hand to your half prayer. Finding your breath, finding a focal point that you can just stare at, something that won't be moving. Remember to have grace with yourself. Great big inhale. Exhale to slowly release. Don't make it something really sudden. Setting down the right foot. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, we bow it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, high plank. We're going to go through that vinyasa. Cobra or up dog. Landing into our down dog. And we're going to take about 3 or 4 breaths there. If you need to stop and take a drink of water, that's okay. Whatever you need to do for you. All right. So we are going to start to wind the practice down just a little bit. So from our down dog, we're going to come into pigeon pose. And of course, I will show this in a seated version for those of you who find the seated version just a little bit easier to access. So we're going to root into the left foot, bring that right leg up towards the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to come in, bringing that right knee towards the right wrist and the right ankle towards the left wrist. So that front right shin is trying to be parallel to that front edge of your mat. Okay, we want to have that back leg nice and straight, and we're not sitting onto the right glute. Taking a nice big breath. From there, you're going to start to walk yourself down and forward. Breathing and settle into the posture. Using any blocks or pillows that you need, or if you have them, we're going to settle in here and really just focus on the breath and try to bring that meditation mindset back into the posture of stillness in the body and stillness in the mind. For those of you who are wanting to come into a seated version, I'll turn sideways to show you. So you're going to come into a seat, bring your right leg so that right ankle is resting on top of your left knee. The hands are tented behind you and you're pushing your chest towards that top shin. If you need more, tent up onto the fingertips, lifting the glutes, bringing your glutes as close as you can to that left heel, and then walking your hands back. So now you're bringing your chest closer to that shin, which is going to make it a little bit more intense. Okay, so whichever option you choose, yogi's choice, they work into the same muscles. So really just focusing on the breath here. When your mind starts to wander or your body wants to fidget, go back to your breath. Counting the inhales, counting the exhales. All right, so for those of you who are in the laying down version of pigeon, there is a variation to take this a little bit deeper. For those of you who are seated, this is as deep as it gets, so there is no variation. So just focusing on the breath as I walk through this variation. So if you're laying down and want to venture, you're going to walk yourself up. You're going to bend into that back left leg, bending into the knee, and then grabbing for that foot with either of your hands. So you can grab with your right hand, you can grab with your left hand, or you can grab with both. This is going to get into your quadricep. All right, when you're ready to let that go, letting down the leg. For those of you who are laying, we're all going to come up onto our hands, so we're going to go through our vinyasa. For those of you who are seated, just unwinding and washing your legs back and forth like windshield wipers. All right, for those of you following me, we're going to send that right leg up and open up those hips towards the right. Really get into it. If wild thing is in your practice, dropping that right foot and opening the chest. And when you're ready, we come back to the down dog and we'll repeat. So we're going to lift the left leg up and we'll come in for pigeon on the left. If you did the seated version, you're just going to do the exact same thing, left ankle onto the right knee. And then, of course, remember, just shorten that distance if you want to make it a little more intense. For those of you laying down with me, make sure that our glutes are nice and up. And finding the space to move forward when you're ready. How easy is it for people to become trapped in their conceptual prisons? The human mind is powerful, and its desire to know, understand, and control often mistakes its opinions and viewpoints for the truth. Our mind says, "It is how it is. This is how it is." You have to be larger than thought to realize, however you interpret your life or someone else's life or someone's behavior, however you judge any situation, it is no more than a viewpoint, one of many possible perspectives. It is no more than a bundle of thoughts. But reality is one unified whole, in which all things are interwoven, where nothing exists in and by itself. Thinking fragments reality. It cuts it up into conceptual bits and pieces. The thinking mind is a useful and powerful tool, but it is also very limiting when it takes over your life completely. When you don't realize that it is only a small aspect of the consciousness that you are. For those of you who are in the laying version of pigeon and you want to take it a little bit further, now is your chance. Coming up onto those hands, bending into the back leg, and again, reaching for it with either of your hands or possibly both, whatever feels right for you. All right, right, when you're ready, we're gonna let go. If you're seated, again, unwinding and just washing the legs back and forth. If you're following me, we're gonna send that left leg up and through. Again, opening up those hips. And if you would like to, finding wild thing, go for it. And when you're ready, coming back to that down dog, and we will all land back into a seated position. Okay, we're gonna wind our practice down. So we're gonna bring the feet together, the soles of the feet coming in for butterfly. All right, so the knees are out to the side. The heels can be as far away from the groin or as close in as you would like. We're gonna take a nice big inhale, and as we exhale, we walk ourselves down nice and slow, keeping a nice long spine at first. And then as we exhale, allowing the chin to tuck and coming in nice and deep to the posture. Right, when you're ready, walking yourself all the way back up. We're going to keep the left foot tucked in, stretching out that right leg, coming in for half butterfly. So here I like to give the options. So here you can walk yourself forward over the tucked in left leg. You can rest your right hand down, sweeping your left arm over towards those right toes. Or if you choose, both arms go up, turn the torso towards that right leg, and as we exhale, coming down for that posture there. Okay, so really whatever feels right for you. Inhale up. We're going to root our left hand behind us. Sweep your right hand out in front, pushing your pelvis forward, coming in for a nice little back bend. And we'll exhale ourselves back down to that seated position, and we'll switch legs. So that right leg coming in, left leg going out. You have all the same options as you did on the other side. So choosing what feels best for you, using the inhale and exhale to go into the posture. All right, inhale up wherever you were. The right hand, is going to root behind you. Left hand sweeps out in front, pushing that pelvis forward for that nice little back bend. We'll land back onto our glutes, and we're going to make our way down into a laying position. I'm going to turn sideways just so you guys can see it a little bit better. So we're going to hug those knees in towards the chest, just rocking side to side. All right, let's lay our arms out in a nice T position. We're going to drop our legs over towards the left side first. The gaze is coming over towards the right shoulder. You can use your left hand on top of that right knee if that feels good for you. Closing down the eyes and just finding the breath. When we twist in yoga, we think of detoxing, wringing out the bad, the negative, the detox, the ick. Inhale those knees back to center, giving them a nice big hug in. Maybe rocking side to side. And then when you're ready, arms in that T position again. The legs are dropping over towards the right side, and your gaze is coming over towards the left, over the left shoulder. And again, maybe the right hand is resting on the legs. And when you're ready, inhale, bringing you back to center, hugging those knees in towards the chest. And then from here, you're going to choose any closing posture that feels good for you. So maybe that's happy baby, grabbing the outsides of the feet, pulling the knees towards the earth. You could come into waterfall. You could come into a shoulder stand, or maybe plow. Whatever feels good for you. And when you're ready, laying your body out nice and long for Savasana. Your palms are coming up to represent receiving energy. Palms can go face down for grounding energy. And when it feels right for you to close down your eyes, beginning to do so. And I will bring the energy back into our space when the time is right. So for now, just allow yourself to be, to relax, to soak up all the gratitude for yourself. Be the person who cares. Be the person who makes the effort. The person who loves without hesitation. Be the person who bears it all. The person who never shies away from the depths of their feeling or the intensity of their hope. Be the person who believes in the softness of the world, in the goodness of other people, in the beauty of being open and untethered and trusting. Be the person who takes the chance, who refuses to hide. Be the person who makes you feel seen and other people feel seen. The person who shows up. Trust me when I say, be the person who cares. Because the world doesn't need any more carelessness any more disregard, because there is nothing stronger than someone who continues to stay soft in a world that hasn't always been so kind to them. Bianca Sparciano. Starting to feel the energy come back into your fingers and toes in small little movements. Maybe you start to roll your wrists and your ankles, or stretch your arms up over your head and your feet out nice and long. Maybe you hug your knees back in towards your chest and rock side to side. Whatever feels good for you. And when you're ready, choosing to roll over to the right or the left-hand side of the room. Your right side representing relaxation and your left representing energy. As always, we take this as a chance to start over, to start anew, a new beginning as soon as you walk off your mat. When you're ready, I will meet you in a seated position with your eyes closed to close out our practice. Taking your time, there's no rush. When you've landed there, your hands can stay rested into your lap, or they can come back to heart center, Anjali Mudra, to close our practice. Taking a breath to remind yourself of that intention, prayer, or mantra you may have set at the beginning of practice. We'll all take a nice big inhale together. And great big exhale. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. And may the breeze blow new strength into your being. May you walk gently through this world and know its beauty all the days of your life. An Apache blessing. With all of my light and all of my love, and always humbly in your service. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed class. Make sure to comment below, like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. And stay tuned for all things coming your way. There's lots of big announcements and events, so stay tuned. And again, thank you so much for sharing and being here with me today and your support. It means the world. Have the best rest of your day or evening, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.